Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid match review. Yeah, I'm gonna post a video explaining, or just explaining the Pau Cubarsí red card, but I actually have changed my mind, and I don't think it's a valid red card. You know what I'm saying? Or at least let me switch that up. I don't think it is Pau Cubarsí's fault. My stance on it is that I do think it is a red card, but I don't think Kubarsi should be like crazy criticized, you know. What I do think Kubarsi should get criticized for is that in big games sometimes he does fuck up. For example, last year he got a red card in a knockout round. You know what I'm saying? Like he got this year. This year wasn't his fault. Last year was definitely 100% his fault. And last year he also gave away a pen in the Inter Milan match. The yes, that match. So Kubarsi should be criticized for his like big game performances and big game like slip ups sometimes. He should 100% be criticized for that. But I don't think for this one he should be criticized in a way where like he's just a bad player, because he was having a good game. He was having a good game. And is it a red card? I think by the rule book it is. Is it kind of stupid? Yes, it's also kind of stupid because, well, again, I'm explaining in the other video I'm gonna post on this shit, right? But for the most part, in this game, we dominated. Now, in the second half, was it hard to create chances? Yes, it was hard to create chances because we had 10 players on the pitch. All right, but even in the second half, we dominated Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid's only real chance came up. You cannot convince me that free kick is a real chance because it's a moment of individual brilliance by Julian Alvarez. There was still higher odds that Julian Alvarez doesn't score that, even though he's a good free kick taker, because that's a hard fucking free kick to score. Okay, like it is in a good position, but like, you know, there's a wall there. You know, Juan Garcia is in the other fucking end of it. It's also in that position, pretty easy to guide the ball. But no, Julian Alvarez hits it perfectly. Nothing to say about that. Great fucking goal, right? I'm gonna give him his props right there. The second goal, although the pass that Griezmann plays into Ruggieri, I think his name is, the left back of Atletico Madrid, although the pass that he plays to him is great, the problem was that when he crossed it in, Sorloth and freaking, what's his name, Martin, were having a little duel, right? And Martin low-key lost that duel. He caught back up. He tried to defend the ball, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure like the shot went underneath Martin's leg. So even though like he did get bodied, but he caught up back to Sorloth, you know, it was still unlucky the fact that it went under his leg. Now the reason I'm talking about this is because this goal is just super fucking unlucky. This shot went straight at Juan Garcia's sides. You know, it's literally an inch in which Juan Garcia misses that shot. And the reason why he missed it is because the ball was coming directly at Juan Garcia's hand, but Juan Garcia, instinctively, because the ball was shot and maybe he was nervous, he twitched his arm down like this. You know, like, oh my, he's trying to, oh, I just need to block it. But when it was like really, he just kept his hand where it was, boom, blocked it, and out goal. All that to say, it was a lucky fucking goal. It was a lucky fucking goal. Like, you cannot convince me it's not a fucking lucky goal. And although the Griezmann pass was good, leading up to that, passing to the overlapping left back, that was a good fucking, excuse me, that was a bad fucking goal. That was not a good goal. You cannot convince me that was a good goal. God damn, it was not a good goal. So, excuse me for my language right there. But other than that, we had, if I remember correctly, 2 big chances, which I do no, actually 3 big chances that I think we should have scored. You know, one was in the beginning, like 2 minutes of the match, I believe it was, and that was when Rashford, you know, what's it called? An Atletico Madrid player released the ball. You know what I'm saying? And they gave it away to us. You know, Lamine Yamal was on the receiving end of that ball. Lamine Yamal passed it to Rashford. Pretty easy fucking pass. But good press. So I'll give Lamine Yamal credit for that. You know, pretty easy pass, good press, whatever. And then Rashford inside, right? He cannot shoot it to like the near post because the near post was occupied. Far post shot. He should be able to make this. He's made this a million times. He has the best ball striking in the team by far. What does he do? He kicks it straight to the goalkeeper. That's when I should have known we are fucked. I don't know. I forgot if this was against the day after. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make it on that day because I was lazy and I was distraught because of the loss. But either in the second half or first half, Lamine Yamal. Here's the thing with Lamine Yamal. Yes, he will fail. But that's what happens. Great players fail. How many... bro, if you have never seen Messi, motherfuckers be talking about like Messi is like this perfect player. Messi's the greatest of all time. Don't get me... Messi is the... Messi... In case y'all think... Y'all try to doubt my Messi fandom. Messi is by far the greatest player of all time. Messi dick slaps Ronaldo every single day of the week and twice on Sundays. But even Messi would fail passes, would inaccurately pass passes, would sometimes try dribbles that were a bit too out there, that were a bit too risque, that would take too many players on than he could handle. But you know why he did it? Because he showed himself that he can before. Because in that same situation where Messi would fail, another time Messi would get past those 4 or 5 players. Messi would thread the ball perfectly to an incoming fullback, an incoming winger, an incoming striker. So these great players, especially these great chance creators, they fail. A player like Ronaldo is not going to fail as much as Messi. Because when Ronaldo goes against a player, he goes against that individual player or those 2 individual players marking him. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't go inside and go past 4 players tightly knit together, all marking, surrounding him like hounds, like dogs. Ronaldo doesn't do that. What Ronaldo does is he matches up his fucking fullback. All right, and if he has space because the other person hasn't come back to mark him, what Ronaldo would do is he hit the ball and he freaking quickly go in and he strike the ball. Ronaldo would not dribble past a lot of players, but for these creative players like Messi, like a Lamine, they have to, you know, they have to get in those tight spaces. They have to do that to create their chances. All right, unless they just want to be crossing, crossing, little crossing broads, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're clinical chance creators. You know, so that's just a little rant, but still. So Lamine Yamal, he dribbled past a ton of players, one of the best dribbling performances I've ever seen. All right, you know, his output ass sometimes, 100%. Lamine Yamal's output was ass sometimes, and the best way to, you know, put this is that by the end of the match, there was this free kick, perfect cross for Lamine, you know. It's on the left side of the pitch. He's able to cross it, boom, like this, with his left foot, perfect, you know. What does he do? He crosses it in, he crosses it out, boom, it's a goal kick for Atletico Madrid. So Lamine Yamal, that kind of puts into perspective, Lamine Yamal does have bad fucking moments, and his output isn't great enough for me to put him into like the greatest, the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because then I would. Oh my god, you guys are not fucking ready for the shit I'm gonna say about Lamine, bro. You guys are not ready for the shit I'm gonna say about Lamine once he gets his output going, but that's besides the point. But the thing is, with Lamine, even though his output is not great sometimes, when he hits that Trivela right, he hits that Trivela right. This game, I don't know if it was Trivela, I'm pretty sure it was a Trivela. He passed it to Marcus Rashford. Again, the chance I was talking about, he passed it to Marcus Rashford, boom. Boom. Again, the chance I was talking about how I don't know how what's it called? I don't know how I don't know which half it was in. I don't know which half it was in, right? First half, second half, I don't know. But that pass, Lamine Yamal, boom, perfect Trivela. That's an example. And if I remember correctly, he nutmegged the player before that. He got past the player before that. He had to get past the players to do that shit. So he get past the player, boom, Trivela, perfect. Marcus Rashford should have fucking finished it. That was a chance I do think Marcus Rashford should have finished. You know, because although the goalkeeper was coming out of his line, that was an easy shot where Marcus Rashford could have been composed, been smart, boom, hit it under the goalkeeper's legs. Or if he took a touch to the side, he could have definitely done that. You know what I'm saying? But then his touch was fucking way too wide. So whatever. The only other chance I remember us having is the chance that Lamine Yamal created for himself when he dribbled past literally like fucking 5 players, right? I don't even know how he did it. But he dribbled past like what, 5 players in and out inside of the box, and he was pretty close. He was pretty close, right? So it wasn't like in and out of the box, but it was like at the edge of the box. No, it was like pretty in the middle of the box. He had a good chance, but then he missed it. You know, I mean, he didn't miss it, but he hit the player. Then yeah, so another time is when Lewandowski could have passed it to Rashford because Rashford was pretty freaking open, and Lewandowski was surrounded by what 3 players, but now he shot it anyway. Guess what? He didn't make it, so he could have definitely passed that to Rashford. But then Rashford might have missed it because finishing was not great this game. Although sometimes I did think Rashford had great moments in this game, like Rashford was attacking that wing, making great runs. Lamine Yamal, we know what he did. He dribbled past a shit ton of players, destroying that wing by his fucking own. Great, amazing player. Hansi Flick brought in Araujo. I don't know why he brought in Araujo. Kunde was, I guess, okay, you know. Eric Garcia, he can't do much going forward, but I don't blame him. He's a center back that can play CDM, not a CDM that can play center back, or not a CDM that can play center mid. You know, so it's not like he's not gonna be a Pedri. He's not gonna be a Frankie De Jong. Okay, like, but I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that. Martin again was pretty decently solid, you know, but again, like, he didn't he kind of got bodied in that sword lock shit, but he recovered and then he got unlucky. So I don't even know. He was okay though. Kubarsi, he was pretty decent, but then he got the red card. White Billingman kind of not also. So whatever. João Cancelo had 2 moments where he just destroyed the players, bro. Destroyed the Atletico Madrid defense. Defensively, if I remember correctly, he was pretty solid. Defensively, we were pretty solid. This time, we locked up Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid didn't get one good chance on us, bro. The only chance was the Sorloth chance. And the Sorloth chance was bullshit because Sharon Garcia should have saved that shit, man. Oh my god, don't get me don't get me started again. Pedri, he missed, you know, he lost the ball sometimes. If I remember correctly, he also made that crazy pass to Lamine Yamal, in which he crossed it into Rashford, but, you know, it was offside. Lamine Yamal was offside by a bit. That's the only good thing Pedri did this game. Other than that, he was, like, pretty decent in, like, handling the ball sometimes, you know, but he did lose the ball sometimes. It was a pretty mid-Pedri performance overall. If Lamine was not offside, you know, by a bit, then I feel like that would have been a great pass. That pass would have basically made Pedri's game, but nah. Eric Garcia was pretty solid, you know, defensively and going forward. Sometimes he went forward and he doing a little cross. It threw in a little cross, you know. Eric Garcia just a solid player. And when he moved to center back, he was solid. You know, Eric Garcia pretty solid performance. What would I say for me? Fermin came on later. Fermin later when he came on, he did get like some good dribbles, you know. Oh my god, just remembered. Why did Hansi Flick take out Pedri half time, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you, Hansi Flick? What is wrong with you, bro? Look, I guess, man. We need the intensity. We need all of that. Whatever, but you're taking out Pedri, bro. Oh my god, this shit pisses me off, bro. Every time we take out Pedri, it gets bad for us, right? In this game, I guess it didn't get that bad, but it could have still gotten so much fucking worse, man, you know? Because every time we take off Pedri, you know, we lose control of the match. We didn't lose control of the match for this game, which is good, I guess. But, like, I feel like I would have rather had Pedri in there. Gavi was okay. You know, like, in terms of pressing, he was like a hound and shit, which Pedri is not as good as Gavi in. But, like, in terms of possession, Gavi was mad. He can't do half the shit that Pedri can. But that's whatever. Fermin, when he came on, you know, defending, we know what Fermin does. And going forward, he had like good moments sometimes, but also moments where he's kind of boofy. He didn't really do much though, if I remember correctly. Olmo, this game, was pressing and defending like a dog, but that's not enough, man. That's not enough, you know. You, as a central attacking midfielder, you have to be that man that just like is able to create something out of nothing, and he didn't do that game. So, you know, he was solid, but I would rather prefer solid with like at least one good clear cut chance, you know. But at the same time, we know Olmo is not that quality, so it's like, can we even fucking blame him? No, like, we know Olmo isn't good enough for that. Lamine Yamal, exceptional. I already talked about Lamine. Rashford, this is the thing with Rashford. He was great attacking the wings. Terrible finishing. I don't know. I guess I'll give him a mid for that then. Because the finishing could genuinely fucking saved us. Lewandowski, ass. Who else? I don't even know who else fucking came on. Fuck whoever came on, bro. I don't care, bro. Hansi Flick, ass performance. I don't know why, like, I guess Kunde's coming back from an injury, but it's kind of iffy because it's like, you know, you put Araujo there. Araujo can't help Lamine. Araujo doesn't overlap. Araujo doesn't underlap. Araujo doesn't do anything unless Kunde overlaps and underlaps. Yeah, at least he runs. At least he gives Lamine an option. Araujo doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he took out Pedri. He could have kept Pedri on, you know? I don't know why he did that. But I mean, I don't know why he started Olmo this game. You know, the Olmo wasn't bad, but I don't know why he started Olmo. Yeah. So I guess it's not ass, but like just not good enough, man. Just not good enough. Fuck it. I give Hansi Flick the ass one. Fuck it, man. I think we can make the comeback in the next game. We're gonna have Kubarsi out, which I don't think is like the biggest deal, although it could turn into one because like who else do we? I mean, we have Eric Garcia, so. And then by that game, what do we have Frankie doing back in that game? I don't know. Maybe we have Bernal back in that game, so that would be pretty nice if we do. Because Bernal is pretty decent, definitely going forward, better than Eric Garcia, which is definitely something that we need. But yeah, I have faith that we're gonna get through. It's just bad signs for us in the mentality wise. Kubarsi doing that mistake. It's just bad signs overall for our mentality in these big games always failing. The culture for us has to be more like mentality in the UCL. It has to be more physicality, which I've talked about in other videos. But you know, this video is getting too fucking long. Whatever. I hope you have a good one. We need to get better. You know what I'm saying? But I do think we could make the comeback in the second game. Although it's not gonna be easy, and Atletico Madrid is not gonna make it easy on us. But I'm gonna make a match preview on that another day. Hope y'all have a good one. Bye.